Hello everybody, welcome to Curial Listings. I am your host Prajwal Hania, and on this episode we are taking a book called 48-Hour Startup written by Fraser Doherty. Let's explore what's in this book. It's not that if you're reading this book, you'll be able to start a new startup within 48 hours. It's not like that. You read this book because you are getting a lot of insights from the person who has done a lot of businesses. In this book, he starts a porridge business and he documents each and every sentence. He documents each and everything about the plan that he makes, how he decides to launch a porridge business in his country. It's all about that, and I'm going to share with you people some of the most important points that I got from this book. This book includes a lot of self-help notes. You may consider it as a general purpose, as the book is categorized under business and self-help. Self-help may be important because it shows you how to deal with particular kind of situation. Maybe that person have dealt with it. It gives you a solution. It acts like a guide. Most people think that these are all the motivational things. If you read more amount of motivational stuff, it's waste of time. More amount if you are spending on self-help books, it's waste of time. No, definitely not. It will help in one or the other way. Okay, this book is specifically a mixture of both business and self-help. There are many examples that he gives how he started a business and made profit out of it and sold it to bigger companies than what he started. There are many examples such kind of, it may be the Envelope Coffee, it may be Beers 52 that he sold beers online. How he started to sell that Envelope Coffee. When you start something, you need to be excited. Not only when you start something, but throughout the process too. Else, the business will be faded after few time. It's not a short-term game. Nothing is a short-term game. Something you expect, if you start something doing today and you can't expect it tomorrow, right? So, for the long-term thing, you need to be excited for a longer process. Here, he mentions two kinds of people. One is the person who don't get any kinds of idea. It's okay. The second person is who comes up with large number of ideas, but both won't work if execution is not the part, right? So that must be there. Then only you can test what you have. Way back in 1899, a person named Charles H. Duell made a statement that everything that can be invented has been invented. It was during 1899. Just imagine maybe 110 years back. But after that, the aeroplane and lot of development in physics and computers, smartphones. People never imagined this maybe 100 years ago. This is super cool. He was the US Commissioner of Patents. After that, a significant amount of changes we can notice. Nobody have imagined that. Even after 100 years from now, there can come some technology that we have never imagined. We cannot judge something. This is the last. Everything that has been invented has been invented. We cannot be in that state. Definitely one or the other person will get some better idea than what we have. Some better things than what we are doing today. That may be after 50-100 years after from now. That's possible. Here, the author makes a statement that your idea doesn't have to be unique. It just has to be authentic. If you are not searching for something, doing something that must be unique, there are a lot of other things that you can do. Maybe if you want to start a digital enterprise today, I'm taking that example, you can start doing it. There are maybe another million people doing it, but still there is a space. There is a space out here to show your thing. Maybe if you are a creator, you can show the creative thing. Using it for the business, then you can showcase your product. It can be used as a marketing tool. Majorly, it is used just as marketing tool. The entertainment is just on the top. What is the intention of that entertaining? Maybe selling, showcasing you a product, promotion of a product. That is the intention of most of the content. Same problem, different solution. When you are not searching for a unique product to make, then you may find a unique solution for the same problem. Just take an example, how we eat food. In Western countries, they may use spoon and a knife. In China and Japan, they may use the chopsticks. In India, we use hands. It's how we see the same thing differently. Okay, how we perceive the things. There may be one single problem. You may find a unique solution for that, because there is a lot of diversity in this world. Each country has its own culture. Maybe something which is applicable in the West, it may be not applicable in the East. For East, you need to find a different solution for that. Something which is applicable in the US is not applicable in India, because Indian market is different, Indian consumers are different. You need to find a different solution for the same problem. Then that will be the case. That's why there is no point in finding a unique idea. If everybody want to make the same kind of Facebook product, then it's going to be tough. Finding that idea and that timing is not an easy task to achieve. For each and every startup, you gotta find a right business model. What is business model? It is nothing but the way the company makes the profit, how the profit can be generated to a company. That's business model in vague terms. He mentions many business models in this book, like advertising, digital downloads, door-to-door sales, peer-to-peer, and maybe software as a service, subscription model. There are many things such that. I will explain you people some of the things. First comes the advertising. What is this advertising? If your app, website or blog, that's what, or video content, if it is getting more amount of traffic, maybe in thousands, in lakhs or in millions, if you are getting that kind of a traffic, then you can use either Google AdSense for playing the ads in between the content, or you can approach different brands, which includes paid promotion. That's how most of the content creators on YouTube get monetized. It is either through paid promotion or through Google AdSense. There's a lot of policies. You can't just simply get monetized. You need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time for YouTube. If you're considering it as a business on YouTube, digital enterprise, what I've said, maybe you want to create a video product, then advertising may be one of the sources. Next comes the digital download. The same thing. You create a video content, you create a good music, maybe good app. You can sell it through your own website or through different apps, maybe through Amazon, through Apple. The upside of these things is, at one shot, you can sell it throughout the world. Any number of people who know your product, who is searching for your product, can download it from any place. Okay, there is no restriction for that, because it is something digital. This video content can be viewed from any country it is available. It can be viewed in the US, it can be viewed in Australia, anywhere this YouTube is available. That is super easy to scale. So you can make it monetize through digital downloads. It may be paid digital download. And similarly, you can have SaaS, software as a service, or a subscription. Every month you are going to charge, like Netflix and Amazon Prime. You may charge it for yearly basis, you may charge it for monthly basis. Different customer service platforms, it may be like GoDaddy, where they charge yearly for setting up your website. They are providing you the tools. These are the kinds of business models that you can establish for your startup. There may be a lot of other things. These are the main important models which we are able to notice everywhere. When you are making something, then don't forget to ask that your product will pass the grandma test or not. Especially if you are doing B2C, business to consumer product, then you need to ask this single question: will it pass grandma test? So what is this grandma test? No matter how complex your business model or business concept is, if you can explain it to your grandmother, don't think that your grandmother is smart or not. Yes, of course, they will be smarter than you because they have a lot of experience, but they will be a little bit unfamiliar with the recent trend in technologies. They may be not knowing how one thing works. They may not know how Google works. They may not know how YouTube works, right? So if you are starting a product and if you can't explain them in vague terms, then how will majority of the customer understand? We when start something, we think that everybody should know this. It's something basic, but it is not the case. It is definitely not the case. Even when I talk about YouTube, most people don't know how people are earning through it. There are something which is all false notion that have created in the minds of the people. It's not. If you are generating a digital content, most of us are not getting anything out of it. It is just a content. As I have said, you have certain kind of policies. Only when ads play, then you are going to get it. Now there is also change in policies, right? It's not like that. Similarly, if you have a product, if you can't explain it to the customer in vague terms, if he or she cannot understand it, then how will they buy it? It's going to be tougher for them to understand something, then they won't buy it. They'll be satisfied in what they have. Even only when you show that which area of their problem it can be solved, then they are going to take that one, else nobody is going to purchase. When you are creating a brand, he says that you shouldn't forget the objective of it, in the sense why you are doing what you are doing, and you need to know the clear way of communicating it to the consumers. That's important. Okay, you have done all this. Let's assume that we have done all these things, you have done all these things, and you have a product. Then how do you find a customer? Today it's both easy and tough to find a customer. Easy because you have a lot of marketing tools like Google AdWords, maybe YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Amazon, Flipkart. There's a lot of places like this where you can showcase your product and sponsor it, which is not cost effective, but still you need to, it is like promoting your stuff on different platforms. And it's tough because the conversion rate is damn low. People don't give attention to you. They don't give not even a second for you. Grabbing their attention and selling the product is the toughest part. He says that use Google AdWords for targeting the right consumers, the right customers for your product, and retarget them. Maybe when you show them maybe 5, 6, 7 times, they may take action at least one time. But these are not cost effective. It's costly. It's going to cost you what we call as CAC, customer acquisition cost. It is nothing but how much money you have spent to acquire one customer, and within that you need to know the LTV, lifetime value of one customer. You got to understand all these basic terms before getting into it. Right? You'll get to know once you start it. At last, if your idea works, if you have that confidence that your venture can be scaled to thousands of people, maybe millions of people, if you have that confidence, then you can take the next step. Those are registering your company. In India, if you take, it may be private limited company, limited liability company, or maybe proprietorship. There are many ways to get started, get registered your company, and then you need to open your bank accounts, professional email, professional website, or if you want to raise capital, raise funds. Those are all the last things. Once if you understand that your idea is working, you have a right business model, then you do all of these things. This is something super easy to test your own idea. This book includes a lot of other things, maybe how we started the porridge business. I am not going to tell that one. That you got to read it yourself. I have brought in all the points which is most important for general purpose businesses. That's it what I can tell you people, and hope you have gained something out of it. If you haven't subscribed, make sure that you subscribe, and do share this with your friends and family if you're getting something out of it. Maybe a friend who is interested in maybe these kinds of things, share it with him, and let me meet you in the next episode with a new book. Until then, keep reading, keep exploring. Bye bye.